In a hidden garden, where every petal whispers of his grace, Elena rides forth once more. Her emerald gown, a symbol of life, is her armor as she follows the path of Jesus into the valley of suffering. The moon casts long shadows as her horse, Rohan, carries her toward Ashenbrook, a town shrouded in the grip of fever and grief. The air is heavy with sickness, and the weak flicker of lanterns does little to pierce the oppressive darkness. This is a place where hope has grown thin. She steps into a makeshift ward, the scent of straw and sorrow filling the air. On the dusty floor, mothers cradle their fevered children, their faces etched with despair. Elena kneels, her emerald gown pooling around her like a promise of mercy. Her voice is a gentle balm in the suffering. "Peace, be still," she whispers. "The great physician walks with us." With unwavering compassion, Elena moves through the rows of the sick. She spoons warm broth into the mouths of the dying, her silver-embroidered sleeves now stained with the honest marks of sweat and tears. An old man, his breath a rattling struggle, reaches for her hand, his grip surprisingly strong. She holds it firmly, her voice a beacon of comfort. "Even the sparrow finds a home," she tells him. "You are not forgotten." She dips rags into a single bucket of cool water, a precious resource, and presses them to burning foreheads. The children, their eyes wide with fear and fever, watch her. In the dim lamplight, her gown seems to emit a faint, ethereal glow, a small miracle of light in the overwhelming darkness. "His yoke is easy," she murmurs to a weary soul. "Let him carry you now." As midnight descends, the hour of deepest shadow, Elena takes out a tiny vial of oil. She anoints the brow of a young woman whose life is fading. Elena's prayer rises clear and steady, cutting through the sounds of suffering. "Into your hands we commit her spirit. Receive her in glory." The young woman's final breath is not a gasp, but a sigh of profound release, of peace finally found. Outside, under the cold stars, a father weeps, his body racked with grief over a small, shrouded form. Elena approaches him, not with empty words, but with a gesture of shared warmth. She wraps her own emerald cloak around his shaking shoulders. "The Lord is close to the broken-hearted," she says softly. "He will wipe every tear from their eyes." By the flickering light of a single candle, she gathers the exhausted caregivers. Their faces are drawn, their spirits nearly broken. First, she washes their hands, a simple act of humility and honor. Then, she opens her worn Bible, its pages a map to enduring strength. "Whatever you do for the least of these," she teaches them, her voice filled with conviction, "you do for him. Serve until he returns." As dawn begins to bleed gold and rose across the horizon, painting the sick beds with the first light of a new day, Elena begins to sing. Her voice weaves the melody of Psalm 23, a lullaby of green pastures and still waters. One by one, those who can drift into a peaceful sleep. Some will awaken to healing, others will awaken in eternity. Before she departs, she leaves a final blessing into every surviving hand. She presses a simple loaf of bread and a single daisy sustenance for the body, and a reminder of life as simple beauty. "Carry his peace," she says to them. "Death has no victory here." Rowan carries her away from the town as it begins to stir with a fragile, newfound hope. Behind her, Ashenbrook breathes a little easier. Some lives have been eased into glory, others restored by hands that served in the likeness of Christ. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. He was Elena's strength and her portion forever. In the storms of your own life, Lean on Him, His love never fails. Walk in His peace, carry His light, and know that with God, all things are possible. Amen. If you enjoyed this story and seek more content that brings faith and hope into your life, please consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you for joining us in this garden of serenity. Until next time, may you find peace in the midst of life's chaos.